What is up, guys? It's Maddie Marie, and today I thought it would be kind of fun to do a hair tutorial video, but with a little bit of a twist. So I'd recently gotten some extensions, and with getting extensions, if any of you guys have ever gotten extensions, it is so hard to do hairstyles with extensions without like making them show or like having them show. And so I've been kind of experimenting and found quite a few hairstyles that actually look really good with extensions, and a way how in those hairstyles to hide the extensions. So if you'd like to see how to do your hair with extensions, just keep watching and let's get right into this video. For my first hairstyle, I actually did this the other day. It's a braided up top back to a ponytail. It's so pretty with your extensions when you put them in because your hair just looks so long and just so beautiful, and the braid just adds some different like dimension into it. So with your extension for the braided back ponytail, you want there to be no extensions. So right here I have to remove these. No extension showing from the top because this will be the braided part. And a trick I kind of do is I don't braid all the way down, is I go to the top of my head, the back of my head, and stop there, and then I'll braid the rest just by itself, which you will see in just a second. But right now I'm going to do the ponytail part and leave the braid part completely out of it for right now. So I left 2 strips of extensions in the back, just on the very bottom where it cannot be seen from the ponytail, if that makes sense. So you can't tell that it's there from the ponytail. The first bottom strip is the 3-strip one, the next one is 4. So I just left those 2 there so that it keeps my hair, you know, even at the bottom type of thing going here. And then I'm just gonna start putting the extensions in vertically, up and down, sideways, whatever you want to call it. On this side we're starting with my 2-strip, just has 2 clips on it, and then I'm going to put it towards the back of my head. And you guys can like part your hair better, but I honestly feel like it takes more time to do that and you don't necessarily need it. So now I'm not very precise with putting the clips in, but if you want to do that, go for it. But I honestly don't really think there's a need because it will be covered. So I'm gonna come in on the other side and do the same 2 strips over here. Okay, so that one's placed right there, as you can see, and then I will put a few closer, but make sure that they are the smaller ones. So I will only use one of mine that is the 1 strip. Okay, so just placing this one a little bit closer to my face, just because it is smaller. So that one's right there, as you can see. Placing this one over here on this side, a little bit closer as well. I have quite a few extensions in, and I don't actually use all of my extensions because, as you can see, it's pretty thick without all of them in it. So I just like to start and move right into the ponytail. Just take your comb and pull it back this way, and making sure to cover all of the extensions completely. So you can see that there is no sign of extensions. And then we will move to this other side and do the same thing over here. Okay, and then now we will just grab a hair tie, which I have somehow lost all of them. Okay, I found one right here. Grab the hair tie. I do inside out, and which is also called Dutch braid. So now we're just going to French braid back. The art about doing braids is you can literally make the worst, crappiest braid and then pull it apart and it'll look so beautiful. And then I just like to pancake the braids entirely. once we've got this braided, I'm gonna stick it up front. Okay, then I'm going to take the elastic from here and throw her back in with it. So once you have the braid in with your ponytail, you're just gonna take it and you're gonna pancake the shiz out of the ponytail. Then after you're done pulling it apart like crazy, if there is any extension showing, I take the little piece of braid and just bobby pin it down right over it. And I push the bobby pin in towards the braid, and then I take a chunk of hair from the bottom of my hair and wrap it around the ponytail. And I bobby pin this one in twice because these always seem to fall out. Okay, so that is it for that hairstyle. But this one is very pretty and just has a different look than the everyday ponytail. So the next hairstyle is just a combination of the one that I have in right now and then just adding a simple braid and turning it into a bun. Makes it look so pretty. So let's just get right into it. It's pretty easy, but very pretty. So I just braid a 3-strand braid, or you can braid 4-strand. I've also had that look really pretty too. But for the sake of time, we're just doing 3. Okay, so once you get to the bottom, I don't personally secure it because I'm just going to be wrapping it around my ponytail. So I think that it's not really necessary. And then I just take the ponytail and secure the bun. And that is it for the hairstyle. So my hair is completely free of extensions right now. So I'm just going to be showing how I put my extensions in for my straight hair every day, because that honestly, like I said before, is really hard to get it so that your extensions don't show and so it looks natural and blended with your hair. So I start out with a 3-strand, because the bottom of my head is not really that big. So I just part my hair, and for the 3 clipped extension, I take my hair and part it just right behind my earrings of my second earrings and go back and just meet each other in the middle. And then pull this up out of the way. Now I don't care how it looks because it's gonna be taken out in like 10 seconds. Okay, so those are clipped in, as you can see right there. 1, 2, and 3. And then I just part my next layer up, and I do these ones kind of close because I don't want there to be a huge gap of long hair to short hair. So I just part it literally right above it. You can kind of still see it through, and then I take the 4-piece and clip her on. Then I clip these in right above those, like so. And then that is placed in just right there, and I just make sure there's no wiggle room between. If you don't put the extensions far enough apart, it'll wiggle and it will make bumps and look more noticeable throughout your hair. And now I start to go into the sides. So then I take and I part it right above my ears to start putting in the side pieces. So then I take my 2-piece and just clip it right in behind my ear where I just had parted it. And again, trying to make sure that it's as close to the root as possible without hitting the hairs that are up higher. Now that that's finally in, giving me some trouble today, I move to this side and I pin in 2s on this side. And for me, I don't really care if I accidentally overlap against the other extensions because it's gonna be covered anyways. And then next I will go back with a middle one, and this one will be a 3-strand one, just a little bit higher than where you put the 2 strands. If you do too much separation in space, the extensions at the bottom will be completely different lengths. So this one again is the 3-strand ones. So just keeping it close to the root as possible and clipping those suckers in. So then next we take the 1 strand. So just stick that sucker in there. Okay, come over to this side and do the exact same thing over here, making sure it lines up with the other hairs. Perfect. So I just take this final 2 and put it about 1 inch away from the top of my hair. And then I just brush it in and make sure that it's all blended. So then I just take the last 2 piece and I put it in my hair towards the back of the top. This one is a classic. It's the quickest and most effective, I would say, at making sure all of your extensions are covered, and it's easy to just keep it that way throughout the day. Sometimes I do this when I'm just having a hard time covering my extension. It's just the half up, half down. It's literally the best hairstyle in my opinion. Like, I'm obsessed with this one. Go straight across all the way around. And I just part it with my fingers. Again, I'm not very accurate because I just don't really care that much most of the time if it's choppy, because it'll be covering it anyways, and securing it with an elastic just at the top for a minute. I like to always have the 1-piece and 2-piece just sitting right by my face to kind of keep that hair all the same, but I'm going to hold off the 1-piece for up here and put the 2-piece where I normally put the 1-piece. So I'm just going to place the 2 extensions right in the back. I'm putting it further back than what I normally do so that it can be covered more, because I will have this hair all up higher. So, and I'm putting the extensions up to the root of my hair to make sure that they get covered. And again, I'm not very accurate with these because I feel like it doesn't really need much time spent on them. When I wear it straight, definitely has some accuracy. Okay, so now I'm going to actually secure the part of the hair that's not going to be in the half up. This is just so I can put the extensions in the hair that needs to be in without forgetting which hairs go where type of thing going here. Okay, so this one I'm going to tilt it just a little bit going backwards. So as you can see, it's kind of slanted so that when I pull it, it's going to go with my hair instead of creating a bump. And I'm going in through the other side and doing the same thing, diagonal, going backwards. I always try to make sure to, when I'm putting this hair all together, to still have the bottom hair secured so that it doesn't get messed up. I hate when I'm tying it off and literally there's like hairs pulling out of my head. I'm gonna place a bigger extension again with the 2 strand, and I'm going to put it in the back of my hair. Okay, so I'm just going to take the same amount of hair off that I placed the 1 strands and pin this in the back. So now once those are all in up top, I'm just going to take it and I'm going to pull it together into a ponytail. And then just taking a ponytail and securing that sucker right in. And then once that is done, I simply just take the bottom ponytail and pull her out. I take a piece of my real hair from the ponytail and I just take it and I wrap it around again. And taking the bobby pin in and securing it. And then that is what it looks like. Okay, this next one is probably the most complicated out of all of them. It is the ponytail in a weird way. So I'm going to take and part around where I want it to end up. Then I take my ponytail and secure just the tiniest ponytail. Then I take my 3 strand extensions and pin it around the ponytail that was just made. I'm going to take the ponytail out and leave the extensions pinned in. Then I'm going to take the next section of hair around from that and put it and join it into the ponytail. And then I secure this with my ponytail once again. Okay, and then you'll take the 4 strand, pin it onto that. And again, taking it out, part again, covering up the extensions, and then hair tying it off once again, and then doing just one more set of the extensions, and I will be doing another 3. Then I'm going to take and pin in some on the bottoms of my hair, and then placing another one of the singles on the other side. Okay. Then taking out the ponytail the last time. And you can see it's already started to create the look of the ponytails. Start pulling the ponytail together. And then I like to take a comb and just make sure all of the pieces are very tight to my head and look brushed out and done. And after that, I'm just going to take my brush and brush her out. Then I'm going to take, sorry, I have a million flyaways, but I'm going to take again a hair from the bottom and wrap her around. And then you have your ponytail with extensions. Okay, the next one is a add-on to this one, and I'm just going to be adding a bun. So we'll just twist it, and I twist it the opposite way that I wrap it and kind of like loosen it up as we're going to make it look more full, except with the extensions it looks like massive. And then taking a hair tie and securing it, and then just pulling it apart. And then I like to take bobby pins and just pin little pieces that bug me. And then with buns, I like to take the comb and brush up the back to make sure there's no ugly bumps in there. And then pinning in all of the top pieces that were just bumpy. And then you have your extension bun. So if you liked these hairstyles, just give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe down below. I hope that these help those of you with extensions, and even the people who don't have extensions can definitely use these. for, you know, a cute hairstyle. So thank you so much for watching. Love you guys. Bye.